Hey everybody, I decided to jot down the things that I did to prepare for getting pregnant, kind of the steps that I took to ensure basically the best result for myself and my baby or future babies. So the first thing that I should point on is that I've been preparing for this, I should say, like 3.5 years, but actually really just focusing it on the preparations for 2 years. I'm one of those people that I met my boyfriend and I knew that I was going to be with him forever. I knew that we were going to have kids and get married someday. So I basically started taking prenatals when I met him. And I know that's crazy, but I know I'm not the only one. So come on, girls, fess up. Yeah, so that's just me being weird. So I take prenatals. Actually, let me go get them. Let me just show you my little vitamin contraption here. Basically, I take a prenatal every other day. And then when I'm not, I kind of take different vitamins, and I'll show you what I do personally. I've been taking the second batch when I'm not taking my prenatals for like a long time now. So at least 2 years. Okay, so I take this omega 369. They are really large capsules, but I know that they are good. And I take vitamin D. These are the 1000 UIs. And I take the folic acid, and this is also 1000 mcgs or 1 milligram. And I take a calcium with a little bit more of vitamin D3. And this is my Maternity Health Total One multivitamin and mineral maternity support, and this is from Swiss Natural. And this was $23 for 60 caps, which is pretty expensive, but you got to think that these people know what they're doing. And you shouldn't self-medicate, but you should be making sure at the very minimum that you're getting your folic acid for proper spine development of your child and for neuro defects, and that you don't get a pregnancy outside of your tubes. Next up, 2 years ago, I started going to the dentist and got all of my teeth done. I knew that I've been putting it off for a long time. I never had benefits at my previous jobs and definitely took advantage of it. I had a lot of work to be done. I still have a couple cavities that need attention. These things all cost a lot of money, and it is better to kind of get out of the way before you get pregnant. Also, dental health is a large factor on your baby. If you have bad gums, it affects your baby. So it's better not to have dental concerns while you are pregnant. So I kind of did as much as I could financially before I got pregnant. Then August of last year, I went to the gynecologist and made sure that everything was fine with me. And I got every blood test under the sun, since it was also the mark of my 30th birthday. I got tested for everything, and kind of wanted a starting point for my health from the time that I was 30. So I went to the doctor, I went to gyno, got every test done under the sun, and everything was a-okay, except for my weight. So then I went to the eye doctor and I got glasses, and that is also expensive. If you suspect that you need glasses, go get it done now. It is also a financial burden, if you will, that is much easier to get out of the way now than going without and potentially making your eyesight worse. Then I started eating healthier, and I actually did lose weight initially. very quickly, and then I kind of gained it back. So I'm kind of back to square one, I think, unfortunately. However, I do feel healthier. I eat very healthy and I make healthy choices. There's been a couple things that snuck in that I wouldn't usually eat now that I am pregnant. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what pregnancy is all about. So, then also, I'm actually embarrassed about this fact. I used to smoke for a really long time. I smoked in junior high, which is terrible. And then I stopped, and then I started again, and then didn't stop till last year. So I smoked from the time that I was 18 until right before my 30th birthday, like a month before my 30th birthday. So I basically smoked nonstop for 12 years. And I'm mad at myself for having done that. But nevertheless, if you are a smoker, you should be proactive and quit smoking before you get pregnant, and give yourself some time for those toxins to leave your body and for that shock to wear off your body. As far as drinking, I only drank when I was on my curse. On that Friday, Saturday, I'd have 2 beers on that Friday and 2 beers on that Saturday. I didn't get wasted. I didn't really want it in my system. I was and am focusing on my health. So getting trashed on the weekend wasn't really much of something that I wanted to do. I'm kind of like moved into the next phase of my life. So I would to be social, but really it wasn't a large part of my life anymore. I also quit my addiction with Diet Coke and aspartame. I basically loved that stuff. Back in the day, I used to have a lot of Diet Coke. Then I cut it down to 1 can a day, and I used to kind of still have some in the beginning, but just the amount of side effects that you could get. So this time when I actually got pregnant, I hadn't had any Diet Coke at all. So I was actually pretty proud of myself, because like I was saying, I would have it for like the first week when I think it wouldn't do any harm. But this time I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie, actually I do miss it. How sad is that? Now I drink natural spring water with a twist of lime and lemon. It is just so much better for you, let me tell you. And then basically, once we were trying, because we tried for 7 months, every time we tried, I would abstain from other medicines. I'm a migraine sufferer, so I rely on Advil. And I also suffered a really long cold. And for that cold, all I relied on was ginger and lemon. I did miss my NyQuil and my Neocitrin, I'm not going to lie. But it's better just to stay away from that stuff if you're not sure. And as far as Advil, like I've heard that one's not the best one to have when you're pregnant. So luckily I actually didn't have any migraines while I was trying. So that wasn't a big issue. I think I had a headache one time, but that's nothing. If you get migraines, that's a walk in the park. One other little tip that I should mention is that I've been buying makeup and clothes probably at 3-fold that I would normally, and that's because I'm actually going to be on leave, not even maternity leave. I'm basically going to stay home for 7 years. I'm going to try for a second baby after 2 years, and I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom for 7 years. And my fiance will be giving me allowance every month, and that will be living expenses and groceries. That's the household budget that I have to work off of. And when you don't have to worry about eyeshadows and makeup brushes and hair brushes or a shirt, that's kind of, I think it helps yourself out, right? So I got kind of everything that I would want and need I have surpassed my own needs and kind of like stocked up on the things that I would want. Also, I should mention that I changed to antiperspirant without aluminum in it, and I actually use the J.R. Watkins Aloe and Grey Tea deodorant, and it's all natural. I know it's kind of hard to see with my light. One of those crystals, but it hasn't really grown on me yet, so I've been sticking to this one, but it works just great. Also, just a couple of kind of obvious things I think is obviously talk to your partner, make sure you're on the same life path or have the same goal or outcome to where your relationship is currently. If both of you want children, that's a good place to start. If you're on birth control, speak to your healthcare provider. I think some brands want you to wait for a certain amount of time. Some people get pregnant straight away. I've actually personally never been on birth control, so I can't touch on that directly. Doctor would be a great source for that. Also, make sure to track your curse. It's good to know how long your cycles are. If there is various lengths or times, it's great to pinpoint kind of how long your cycles are. Some people are religiously 28 days and some people are 34. So it kind of depends person to person, and it helps pinpoint early pregnancies. Also, this is also a good reason why to go off the birth control once you and your partner have decided this is the right choice for you in your partnership, because I think it's going to take some time to stabilize your own natural cycle again. So good things to keep in mind. A great way to keep track actually is there's some great free apps. Also, there's some great free pregnancy apps, so keep that in mind too. So yeah, I hope you like the way that the stuff that I did to prepare. Oh, and I would only whiten my teeth and color my teeth when I was on my curse too. So if you're into doing that stuff, that's the best time to do it, because I don't suggest putting chemicals in your mouth or your hair. But lots of people still do get their hair colored while they're pregnant. I probably will not. Yeah, so I hope you found this helpful. That's the way that I prepared for my pregnancy. If there's something that I missed or there's something different that you did for yours, list it down below. It's always so interesting to see how people went about their stuff. I already have my first doctor's appointment booked for June 24th. If that's a Monday, that's the right date. Yep, so I'll let you guys know how it's going. I'll actually be doing another video pretty soon after this about my symptoms and how my pregnancy's going and a baby belly. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Love yas. Mwah.